magic. There were untimely dreams where I knew, walking in a fog, don't sweat it, and reckon none of it had come from you. There is no lesson in magic. There were untimely dreams where I knew.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're clicking on this video, then you want some information either to be nosy about me, which I don't mind, or maybe you have a skin condition yourself, or maybe somebody you know or love has. So I'm just going to share a little bit about my skin condition, my backstory on it, what I've tried, what treatments I've tried and everything, and just go through my life with it basically. I might insert some pictures randomly, so if you are offended easily by just skin diseases, or I don't know, if things make you yak pretty fast, then don't bother watching it. I will put a little information about when a picture is coming, so just shut your eyes real quick or something. So let's start from the top. So my skin disorder, it's not a disease and it's not contagious, is psoriasis. Basically it's a genetic thing, and it's basically when your skin overproduces skin cells and it builds up and builds up. It's like, I think it's like my skin grows 6 times faster than yours does. I think that's how it works, something like that. So it is genetic. I got it from my dad. He passed it down to me, and one of my cousins has got it as well. He only suffers with it a little bit, my dad. He has a little bit on his nose, a little bit on his eyebrow, but it is a genetic thing. It's just one of them things. I'm just very unlucky as a person. Stress also makes it 10 times worse, so I can have a good month where it's fine, and then I'll have a bad couple of days where I'm really, really stressed out, and then it will come back and kick my ass basically. So what it looks like, this is probably where I will put a picture in. So I'm going to put it here. So in the next 10 seconds there will be a picture. I'm sorry if you're offended. It's probably not going to be mine because I'll talk about that later, but I will insert a generic picture of what it looks like. So it is flaky, itchy, sore patches of skin. It's horrible. I don't like it. It can look horrible and it hurts. It's just not very nice. A lot of people don't understand it, so this is one of the reasons I'm making a video, to make people more aware of it and understand it a little bit better. So I'm just going to go into my little story. It'll probably be about 5 to 10 minutes, so if you don't want to hear it, then just, you know, swipe over a little bit, maybe 5-10 minutes, and just, you know. But if you want to see my story, then you stay here and we'll have a little chat. So I'm going right back. I think I was about 5. I got asthma. I got really, really bad asthma, like coughing attacks. It was ridiculous. So they put me on inhalers and everything to try and stop it. And then at age 6.5, I got psoriasis instead. It took the place of asthma. So instead of dying through coughing, I'm starting to die through scabs. So that's how I got it. And I firstly got it a little tiny patch about that big on my knee, and we didn't really know much about it. My dad didn't have it at that time, so I went to the doctors, and they said it's probably psoriasis, and it was only a small patch, so I didn't think much of it. And then it started to spread to different areas, so instead of just being on my knee, it went down my legs. I got it on my elbows pretty bad, and then I started to get it in my hair, on my scalp, which is a bit of a problem for me because creams and stuff, you worry that you can't get it into your hair. So from my little tiny patch, it spread the entire way from my knee down to my foot on one leg, like little patches everywhere. And then obviously it went onto the other leg. It's not contagious, guys. Whatever you think, it is not contagious. You can't touch it and catch it. A lot of people think that, and it can hurt us feelings a little bit. Like if you suffer with it yourself, if somebody goes, oh, I'm not touching you, you might catch it. It's not contagious. You can't catch it physically. You could lick it and you're not going to catch it. So it took a great hit on my confidence when I got it. I got it at 6 and I've still got it now, so it's been a long, long time. I am 26. So, oh my god, 20 years with this. just brought me down a little. Oh God. So I said it got into my hair, so I had to have coal tar baths. So it was thick black coal tar in the bath. It smelt. It was horrible. It wasn't what you want to smell like. You want to have a bath as a child in that nice bubble bath with a pirate head and the little princess head. No, not for me. I had to go to school smelling like coal tar, like fresh pavement. It wasn't nice, and I had to use this weird stuff in my hair as well, and that really stung, and it weren't very nice. It hurt as well. It did hurt me a lot, my psoriasis, my creams and stuff, and I used to pick them in my sleep when I was little. I still do now, but I used to scratch them in my sleep, and then I'd wake up and there were blood all over the bed, and then my mum used to chase me around my house to try and put cream on me, because I didn't want cream on it. One, it hurt, like it stings so bad when you've got an open wound, to put a topical, like, what's it called, a steroid cream or something on a cut. It was so painful, but my mum she had to hold me down a lot of the time to put it on, bless her. She was so good with me when it come to that. I was just fat and scabby as a kid, and that's how my confidence was very low. I tried every single cream the doctor could have given me. And I did get bullied for it as well at school. Like I said, it was in my hair, and it forms into really thick crustaceans on your scalp, and you can feel them if you put your hands in your hair and things. So I was at school, I was stressing about things. We had black jumpers for our uniform, and I used to be sitting there itching my head. I didn't know I'm doing it. I'm just like listening, I'm learning, and I'm scratching, and people would comment on it because I'd have flakes on my black jumper, and they'd be like, ugh, that's disgusting, you've got dandruff, can't you go home and get a wash? And I was just like, it's not dandruff, I'm so clean, please. And people used to comment on it a lot. When I was going upstairs, I heard whispers and things. I lasted about 3 years at school. I got that. Nobody really commented on my skin because my knees and my elbows were hidden. I would not take my jumper off if I could avoid it. I wouldn't want my arms on show. I just didn't want people to have another thing to go at. Kids are cruel, end of the day. So after my creams, I'm starting to move on to what I tried now. So maybe you're in the stage where you're thinking, what can I try? I've tried every cream going, I feel hopeless. So I did try light treatment as a child, where you go on it's like a sun shower in the hospital. You go on it for like 15 seconds and you come out. Every 3 times a week, and it goes up by 3 seconds a time. It was like that. So I used to get dragged out of school to go to the hospital for a light treatment session. It was 15 seconds. It was so ridiculous and pointless, and it didn't work for me. It was just one of them things. It didn't work the first time, and it didn't work the second time. The second time I tried it was about 5 years ago. I think maybe 4 years ago. They tried a more intense treatment for me. They give me tablets to take in the morning before my light treatment sessions, and it did make you feel sick, like physically sick. I couldn't look at food, and you're not allowed to go out in the sun because it can burn you. You're not allowed to go out without sunglasses on because it can send you blind. I couldn't just go out. I had to be covered up. My skin needed to be covered up. Even if it were cloudy outside, I could get sunburn from that, and it wasn't the cool kind of sunburn, and I had to wear sunglasses. Luckily, I found a pair of glasses online which had the UV, is it 400 thing on, and they were glasses. They look like plain reading glasses, but they were quite big. They had to be big to cover my whole eyes. But even at bedtime, I couldn't just go to the toilet. I'd have to get up, put my glasses on. I wasn't allowed to open my eyes. I had to put the glasses on. It was literally like being a vampire, and I know I love vampires, but that was not a cool way to live. I did go out once or twice forgetting that I could burn, and I come back and I had scalds and burns all over my chest. So that light treatment wasn't working for me. The side effects was way worse, and I was just burning, and it wasn't actually doing much for my psoriasis at the time. So I stopped that treatment. Then we moved on to another treatment because I was just sick of it. I was like, I've tried everything. Please, can we not just like give me some injections or some tablets to take it away? I've heard of good medical things that can get rid of it, you see. So the next thing we went on to was methotrexate, I think. Yes, methotrexate. That's what they use for cancer patients. So it is a form of chemotherapy. So they put me on them. I had to take 7 tablets in the morning, 7 tablets at night, every single day. Made me feel sick, made me lose my appetite, made me feel generally poorly. It wasn't nice at all. I lost my hair. It's like chemo. My hair thinned. I got really big bald patches at the front. My hair was coming out in clumps. I tried that for a year. I put up with them side effects for a year. And that was about 2 or 3 years ago, I think. It did help with my psoriasis, but it did get to a point where it stopped working. And they'd have to higher the dose, and then the side effects would become more, and they can mess up your kidneys and liver. That's how these tablets work. So I went to the doctors after a year and I said, look, I've had enough of this. I can't put up with this anymore. I feel like death, and my hair's dropping out, and I was really down with it. And I mean, I'm a girly girl. My hair is like everything to me. If you know me on this channel, you know what I'm like with my hair. I'd rather have like nice hair than no makeup. It's my comfort blanket is my hair. So I was really depressed with it. So then they changed my medication from methotrexate to cyclosporin. This is where I was really good with it. Where I've started YouTube, I was on cyclosporin. So again, the issues with this was it can mess up your liver, your kidneys, it can alter your eyesight, and the higher the dose, it can mess you up basically inside. There's a lot of risks, and I did have to have blood tests every month, every other month, and every 3 months, just to keep on top of my like liver symptom, you know, everything, just to make sure that it's not doing me any damage inside. So I was on those for a year, and it really worked. It was amazing. It got rid of every bit of psoriasis on my body. I was completely scab free. Oh, I gained some confidence, and that's when I started my channel, when I noticed my skin was in a really good place, and that's when I started to wear my shorts to go out in, and it built my confidence not having to look at that anymore. I suffered with it all those years, and it was amazing to see that I didn't have any scabs and scales. So I was on that for a year. It was going great. Then I had to go into hospital. If you know me, you know exactly why, and I did do a little video on it a couple weeks back. I went into hospital with stomach pains, and I thought it was acid. It could still be acid. I haven't got my results back yet. They're taking the time. But the time I was in hospital, I had malfunctioning kidneys and liver. They was abnormal, and they had to put me on a drip and stay in hospital for that. And I don't know personally yet what it was. They thought it was gallstones, but I'm waiting on the results for that. But with it being liver and kidney failure and problems with those two, I've had to come off my skin tablets. So now it's coming back increasingly rapidly, and it's just frustrating me. I'm just going to show you a little glimpse of my arm. It's nothing too bad, but I have started to get these little patches again, and these are formed like literally overnight, and it will come back on my elbows and my knees. My knees are really quite bad in a minute. They're very thick, and I'll probably insert a picture now of my knees. So it's come back, and I'm starting to feel a little self-conscious again, and I just hope my results show maybe that it's not these tablets and I can go back on them. So I'm just going to give you a bit more information on my symptoms of psoriasis. So it's not just how it looks, it's not just the scabs and the scales. It also gives me psoriatic arthritis. So my bones hurt just like an old woman. I have problems with my shoulder bones, my knees. I get really, really bad pains down my knees, in my arms. It feels like very, very, very intense growing pains, and it does reduce me to tears. My fingers have arthritis in them as well. This hasn't come back yet, but them tablets, they did help me with that. But they get really big. They swell up my fingers, and I can't bend them at all. I'm really like, I don't want that to come back. It was so bad. It was so painful. But my bones ache, and it is literally like I'm an old woman right now. This is how it is. when I was growing up, I thought, how am I ever going to get a boyfriend? How is anybody going to want to be with me when I had this? It wasn't a nice time. And if you are new to psoriasis, or maybe you've had it a long time, I'm itching right now. Oh my god, it's starting. You're not alone. I don't want you to feel like you are alone, because you're not. There is a lot of us that suffer with it, and a lot of us have tried all these treatments, and this is just my little story. Maybe you're going on to one of the things that I've just spoke about, maybe the light treatment or something. Everybody's different. You're not going to be exactly like I am. You're probably not going to get the same side effects that I got. So don't worry too much. It's all about trial and error with these things. I mean, if you've tried every single cream, if you've tried every single steroid, go back to the doctors, get them told you do need to push them for this, because these drugs are expensive. That's why they don't want to help you with it. But it's not a nice skin disease. I call it disease. It's not a disease. It's a skin disorder. It's not nice to live with, and it's not easy to live with. It's messy, and it's gross, and it itches, and it hurts. But there is things they can do to help, and hopefully they can help you with it. I hope they can help me too. I'll just give you a few symptoms and side effects of my recent cyclosporin. I totally forgot to mention that. I told you about my methotrexate, which was like the hair loss and everything. The cyclosporin, I got inflamed gums. So all my gums were bright red and very sore, very inflamed, and bled a lot. I had excessive hair growth from one extreme to the other. So I was a hairy little beast. I had facial hair, I had underarm hair. I don't get underarm hair or facial hair very much, so it wasn't great. It makes you very hairy. So right now I am back at square one, and hopefully they can help me with it. I mean, I don't want to be stuck like this forever. It's not nice. But if you are trying these new things, then just stay positive. I mean, it's like a 1 in 100 chance that you're going to get liver problems or kidney problems. It was just had to be me that get it, because I'm so unlucky. But if you have it, please try not to stress, because stress makes it worse. Talk to somebody about it. If there is somebody in your family that has it, maybe they can understand it a little better. I have joined a Facebook page, which is like a psoriasis Facebook page, and people have it. They post pictures. It makes you feel like you're involved in a community, and you all understand each other, and it's really nice to be part of that when you're suffering. It is a horrible thing to deal with, and I hope that nobody is nasty to you like they are nasty to me. Even as an adult, I have customers that come in and they look at me. This is when it was bad, but it's going to happen again because it's coming back. But they did come up to me, and I had about 3 or 4 people in my time while I was working with my psoriasis. They would say, what's that on your arms? Don't you think you should cover that up? It looks really sore. It's not very nice, is it? And I'm like, why should I have to cover myself up? The uniform is a t-shirt. Why would I want to put an itchy, scratchy fleece on just for your eyes to appease you? It's just, even as adults, people can be bullies, and it's not very nice. So it's just one of them things, I'm guessing, we have to kind of get on with and deal with. But I am hopefully going to get back on track with something. I did speak to my dermatologist, and they said, do you want to try the light treatment again? And I said no, it didn't work. And then they said, well, everything that we're going to try is going to have side effects for liver and kidney problems. And I'm just feeling a little bit hopeless right now. I'm only 26. I don't want this for the rest of my life. And when I've had a taste of how it feels without it, it's just like, thanks, I've got it back. Yeah, it's not really nice. So I just wanted to talk to you about it. Now you know, in case you see anything on my body that's a little bit scabby or scaly on my arms, or I have got a nice little patch coming on my face, which I never had before. You know what it is, and I just wanted you to be informed of it, and I wanted anybody suffering with it to have a little bit of information on the treatments that you can go through. And I want everybody to know, it doesn't matter what they've got that's wrong with them, they're not alone. You're not alone. We've all got these horrible things. I mean, it could be acne, could be eczema, that's very similar to psoriasis, could be anything, could be asthma. We all have these horrible things that we have to go through in life, and it's not very nice, and people can be very, very ignorant, but there is treatments and things that can help with the symptoms maybe. I don't want anyone to just suffer with it and just think, oh no, nothing's going to work. Go to the doctor and speak to somebody and just try things, literally trial and error with everything. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Hopefully it didn't sound too jumbled up and, you know, all crammed in. So I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't expect any likes or anything, it's fine. It's just something that I wanted to get out there to you. It's nothing to do with my channel, it's to do with me, and it's to do with some of you as well. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, guys. I'm always here if you need to email me. I have an email that you can contact me. You know, just read my description and everything's there that you need. So I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.